fuck everything I was just saying just now? Not really fuck it, but just like...
Conductor.
What's good, YouTube? It's Mari Masa, and I'm back on NFS Unbound, shining a spotlight on probably my favorite muscle car in this game, the Camaro. I think I touched on this before, but a lot of the modern muscle cars are really good. They feel really good to drive, and the Z28 is no exception. You build this thing right, it has great acceleration, good top speed, and it controls very well. So I'm going to take this car into some races, try to show you what it's all about, and then I'll show you the builds that I got prepared for this car. Alright, so we're going to try to talk about this car as we do these races, alright? First thing I want to get off is the control, since that's like always a really big thing that I like to touch on, or I like to make sure my cars are, you know, easily controlled. And thankfully, this one, no exception. It's really stable. Whether you're grip turning it or you're just, you know, you're drifting it. So that's one really good thing about this car. The way I have this thing set up right now, the acceleration is not that bad. It's pretty decent. And the top speed is decent as well. I know you can build this thing where like it has like a crazy top speed of like 190, like 190, something like that. And I don't actually know if it reaches that top speed, but you know, I think there's you can build this thing a couple of ways, and it'll be at the very least fun to drive, you know. Ooh, okay, buddy. Alright. But yeah, and then there's the top speed. You see, whoa, hello. I saw that a little too quick, fast. Actually, I'm gonna save the rest of this speech for the end of this race, so we can kind of lock in here, you know. Take this corner like that. Ooh, clean little overtake. Now I don't know what car is out there. We're gonna see in a second. Okay. Hey, he was in the DeLorean. I ain't gonna lie, the DeLorean. The DeLorean is a fun car. I don't think I just talked for that little segment because I had to lock in. But yeah, you see what this car can do. There are a lot of good cars that I just passed there. It was like a R34, a 180SX, you know. I say that, and someone is ooh, that was close. Oh my goodness. The DeLorean. You see how DeLorean is fast as hell, so you always gotta be careful of that thing. All right, so we touched on like the acceleration and the speed. I'm gonna go more into the handling of this car. So in terms of like grip turning or drifting, I think the turning radius is pretty decent. So if you're a grip turner, if that's how you like to drive your cars, you for some reason want the Camaro, this thing, you know, it does what it needs to do. You know, I drift my cars, and from that perspective, this thing is, I already said the car was stable. The drift is very stable. If you saw my M3 video, like, I would really compare the car to that. Like, it's very good in terms of like drifting with that style. Ooh. Okay. I knew he was gonna hit me there. Just had to let him pass me. Ooh, hello. Okay. Dang. Whoo! We're really racing now. Yeah, I know I kind of stopped my explanations, but these things are always hectic, so sometimes you just gotta lock in. Sometimes you gotta let people pass too. Can I hit this right? I can. That was a beautiful drift. You see how You know what I'm saying though? Like, if you've seen the M3 video, can you see kind of how like this car drifts similar? Like, it's very, the drift is very stable. This is probably for RWD cars, it's honestly probably like the gold standard in terms of like how you would want them to operate from a drifting perspective. I can't necessarily speak on if a car is grippy. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna come through with a little dub on this race, and that sets us up for a, you know what I'm saying? It sets us up to win the playlist, which would be very nice. All right, well, I think I've talked a lot about the car itself. From a real general perspective, I don't really get too in specifics into like the actual stats and stuff to the end. So stick to the end if you know what I'm saying. You want to see like how I make these cars. But now it's just for me is the funnest part of these videos, which is just, you know, racing, and I get to commentate and hope you know what I'm saying, hope you like it. Let me know in the comments, bro, do y'all like me commentating over these races, like my thought process, like how I'm doing this stuff? Because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people on YouTube who do Need for Speed content tend to not commentate at all, and so it's just a matter of, you know, is that what people like? Because low-key, it is hard as hell to commentate while driving. So, like, if y'all don't even really fuck with this for real, you know, it could be something I change for future videos. Or maybe, you know, maybe instead of just uploading content where I'm only commentating, I also upload some races where, you know, it's just highlights. Ooh, shit. Now, I wasn't sure how those guys were going to act on that turn, so I was kind of apprehensive about taking it that way, but it worked out. Ooh, that was a bad drift, low-key. Okay. Like, you see how smooth that shit is? And then when you want to burst out of the turn, like, it's just so, it's consistent. I think that's probably the best way to describe this car. The drift model, like, all of that. Like, it's very consistent. You can predict what it's going to do. And because of that, you can then, like, you know what I'm saying, plan for certain races. And you can just, you know, be faster in general. Oh! Uh-oh. Hey. Bro, that's what I love about this, bro. Like, look at all the cars that just finished right there. It was a Camaro, an S5 Sportback, a 180SX. I think, like, the guy... I think he's in an R32, not an R34, but like just the diversity of car, driving, drifting, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I don't even know how to say it. Like I put that on my refrigerator type shit. That's what that looked like. You feel me? And we come through with a dub on the, yo, give me my it wouldn't load in the fucking wrap. Okay, so I tried finding some races in S. I could not, so I'll just do another A+ tier race, and we'll get into the build. You know what I'm saying? We racing. Got another large variety of cars. I always love seeing that when I get into a race. You know what I'm saying? It means gonna have a colorful cast. I can't fucking speak, but yeah. Hopefully it's a good time. He's not racing. Oh well. Well, we're in this thing. Let's see how we can do. There's a lot of cars in front of us right now. I'm gonna have to race. Gonna have to be a bit fast here. Now, something you may have noticed in my, like, when I drive, I don't know if if people have noticed, but possibly, I like to keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? I overtake after turns, cause that's just this low key, it's not even low key, it's high key, the safest way to get around people in this game, cause things like that, you know? So, just gotta be careful. That turn there especially is kind of hard, just cause, you know what I'm saying, people can absolutely mess it up. Loki wants you to just pass me, buddy. Thank you. Oh, he cut the grass so crazy there. All right, so the two guys up there are kind of gone, so I don't think I can catch them for real, but we will do our best. This is a Mitsubishi Eclipse, known for, at least I know it for how fast it is. So just gotta make sure to pass it and keep moving. Low key, I'm moving kind of fast right now. We might be able to pull a spot back. Dang! No, he's pissed. I'm not gonna lie. He's sick that just happened. All right, second race in this playlist. We gotta start a bit better next time. Also, try not to get hit by random cars flying around. That's not helpful in keeping your top speed up. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it, bro. Yeah. The NSX, yes. What you have inside, buddy? Okay. Well, that happened. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is not absolutely fuck me here. Can you do that? Alright. Ooh, that guy in the Taycan is all over the place. I don't know if that's on purpose. Maybe it's a new driving style. I don't know. Gotta be wary of him. Oh my god, what the heck? Nah, he's off of something, that's for sure. I'm just gonna cut the grass here, I ain't gonna lie. Like, everything I did on that last part was horrible. Oh. Ooh. The Z06, I like it. Two muscle cars. I fuck with it. Had to come in on the inside. I should get 2 bars here, which I do. He does it a little early. Alright, we come through here, hit this turn like that. Get a little turn like that, get some blue bar. And we are able to kind of coast into a nice little first place finish. That Taycan, now listen, was he accelerating something crazy? Yes, but he was also driving like he was off a perk. Shit was crazy. All right, we're in the last race of this playlist. I am sitting comfortably in first, but I need to do well in this race to truly secure it, you know. So we're gonna get to it. I like his little aesthetic here. He got it all black car, all black fit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. Me, I go for a little more of a colorful personality, if you will. Yeesh. Like, a full lobby of Need for Speed Unbound just looks so cool, bro. Like, ooh, my God. I might just hold somebody. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I wasn't sure what everybody was doing over there. Oh, jeez, it's just, oh my God, it's just chaos. just absolute chaos in these games, bro. That's why I love, you know what I'm saying, a full lobby of players, but it can also be a bit crazy. So you just gotta, I guess my driving philosophy when I'm racing in a lobby with a lot of players is just to avoid as much conflict as possible. So if somebody is like, bro, the most egregious thing that Need for Speed players would do is you're coming up on a turn, right? And you're ahead of the person next to you, but not by a lot. And so the guy will just the other racer will just stand next to you like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna contest you for this turn. I'm like, why? Like, if you or I fuck this turn up, we're both fucked. And I'm certain that even if you don't get ahead of me, you're gonna want a high place regardless. So we should probably just try to keep it, you know what I'm saying, as nice as possible. So what I do, I always brake. I give people like not a clear like head start. Everybody, I'm about to lock in. Fuck everything I was just saying just now. Not really fuck it, but just like, oh, well, I sold everybody. I was in first and I just sold. I'm so sick about that actually, because I was supposed to beat him, but you know, it is what it is. Man, he is fired up about that win, that's for sure. But hey, good showing from the Camaro, and we'll go into the build afterwards. All right, so let's take a look under the hood for this Camaro Z28. All right, you saw it do some good things. I kind of flubbed the lines at the end, but you know what I'm saying, that happens to the best of us. But you can see that, yo, this car can compete. And you know, if you're looking for other alternatives to just, you know, racing different cars, you don't want to just race all the meta cars all the time if you know what they are, then you know, this is a very viable, have some fun pick, you know what I'm saying? Look at this performance here. All right, we've got a top speed of 188 and a 0 to 60 of 3.3 and a quarter mile of 11.3. This thing is fast, like not just out the gate, but also top speed is decently fast. Again, I make balanced builds because I don't like switching through all my stuff. I just have fun with this game. I'm not trying to go crazy on it, you know what I'm saying? But 180 top speed means you're not going to absolutely get dusted in them speed races. And with the 0 to 60 and quarter mile being that low, it means you'll be able to get out the gate and keep up with people on the shorter tracks. When we look at the engine, we've got a 504 brake horsepower, 7-liter V8. For the parts, all right, you know how I do things with the chassis and the drivetrain, the suspension, and the tires are both road elite. And then the brakes are always downgraded as much as possible. So in this case, they're pro. The clutch is elite, and the differential is also elite. And then the amount of gears, we got a 5-speed in there. All right, nitrous is sport. And another thing to note, recently in the update, they fixed the auxiliaries. So I normally haven't talked about them, but always put nitrous drift and grip auxiliaries in your car, because that means that when you're drifting, you're getting blue NOS. And for whatever reason, if you don't have any yellow burst, it's good to have, you know what I'm saying, a full tank of blue NOS to get yourself back up to speed. When we look at the engine parts, most of it is sport, so that includes the induction, the ECU, the exhaust, and the charger, which is a turbocharger. And the only thing that is upgraded above that is the fuel system, which is pro. And so that's my build for the Camaro Z28. Now let's look at the build for the same car in S. All right, performance, look at these stats, 195, top speed, which is honestly very fast. All right, but it's a muscle car. Most of the muscle cars that I have, and the most muscle cars that I've seen when they are in S, they just have high top speeds. You're just gonna get that with all the horsepowers and stuff, you know what I'm saying? 0 to 60 is 2.8, which is pretty good, and a quarter mile of 10.3, also pretty good. So again, you're not gonna get beat on, well, you might get beat, but you're not gonna get dusted by the rest of the competition in those playlists that are just pure speed. And then on the shorter tracks, you're also not gonna get, you know, absolutely accelerated into oblivion. When we look at the parts, again, same thing, chassis, drivetrain, auxiliaries, literally the exact same parts as in the A+ build. Nitrous is sport, And then when we look at the other engine parts, we've got a Pro induction, a Super ECU, a Pro fuel system and exhaust, and then finally our charger is a screw supercharger at the gold or super tier. And so that's the build for the Camaro Z28 NS. Alright guys, so that was the Camaro Z28 in both A+ and S. If you like those races, maybe you'll pick up the car. I promise you it's fun, and the stats allow you it to be decently good so that you can compete with a good amount of the online community. If you like the content in this video, please give it a like. You know my spiel. I have absolutely no clue how that shit helps, but I would appreciate it anyway. Leave some comments under the video, man. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Critique my driving, you know what I'm saying? Critique my builds, bro. You know what I'm saying? Any type of engagement, I appreciate it, and I'm sure somebody else who's watching would appreciate it as well. And last but not least, if you're rocking with me and you want to see more Need for Speed Unbound content from me, you want to see me play other games, because I will eventually get to that, I promise. Consider giving me a follow, because if you like this content, you'll probably come back to see what I'm doing in the future. But yeah, with that being said, this is Mario Massa racing the Camaro Z28 in Need for Speed Unbound. I hope to see y'all in the next video.